Alright, I'm doing a screen repair on an LG Aristo, and at the time of this video there weren't any other videos online, so I decided there was a need for one. Start by shutting it down and removing the battery, and I like to use magnets, the tip I show on every one of my videos, to keep track of the screws. I believe this LG has all the same size, so it's not as important as an iPhone. An iPhone is important that you remember where they go. They're all different sizes, and if you put a long one where a short one came from, you're going to mess it up and really cause a lot of damage and a much more difficult repair. So these are the shape of the phone, so I can put them roughly where I pulled them off from. That helps me know where to put them back. I think that's it. So now I need to get something like a guitar pick, find out a good point of entry here. Actually, it's probably a good idea to take out the SIM card before you get started. Set that aside. Some other models, it's a good place to start along here. There we go. So once you have that lifted up, you can go from the outside. Got to be careful over here with the volume buttons. They can come flying out. Kind of like this little deal here. Set that aside so you don't lose it. Now that we got it open, let's see. Sometimes they'll have one screw holding the logic board down. I don't see any. So let's start unplugging the cameras. I like to use my fingernail. If you use a metal tool, you're risking some sort of short. It's not a good idea to use. Plastic tools are okay, but a fingernail is better, only because sometimes they're just not ready to give, and you won't notice the pullback when you're using a tool as opposed to your fingernail. You can tell when it's getting ready to give or if it's not ready to give. And so you can do damage with a tool easier than you can using your fingernail. But then other times a tool is the only thing that you can use. Alright, I feel something grabbing. There we go. Now I'll set that aside. Now, I recommend buying a screen that has the frame already installed, like here. So now it's just a matter of moving things over from one to the other. Alright, so we just need to start moving things over. That's kind of glued in there a little. Actually, I'm going to see if I can salvage this tape, double-sided tape. Get the new one to stick down. Obviously I don't want this to cover the lens, so I need to carefully see if I can place it. It might not work. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna work. Just gonna get rid of that. It's held in place whenever it's closed. Saw a little hair in there. I wanna make sure nothing is in there before I close it. I'm going to use a little heat to get these stickers up. I don't know if that's going to transfer. Maybe. Here we go. It's just a good idea to get everything over. Especially if you don't know why it's there, it may play a role that's important. So I like to move everything. A couple of rubber grommets that you need to move over. And this, that's already got the foam. The speaker, you need to pay attention to the prongs. They're pointing down so that I don't flip it over. I think a little bit of heat is a good idea. It's going to be stuck in there with some adhesive. If you don't heat it up, you're likely to pull the speaker apart and get all the coiled wire all everywhere and have to buy a new speaker. So it's a good idea to get it hot. Now this new screen already comes with adhesive in it, so I just need to pull the wax paper out and place this into its spot. It's a good idea to try not to touch the prongs. I think my finger did, so there's oils on your finger that can really hurt the connection, so I'm just going to clean them a little bit with some alcohol. Alright. Alright. This little cushion here is just a spacer. but they put it in there for a reason, so I'm gonna move it over here. Then you can see they've already got this flex cable, but the flex cable that goes to the headphone jack needs to be moved over, so I'm going to heat that up. You can lift from the inside. Now it looks like yeah, that's sticky, so there is no wax paper on that one. It's ready to go. Alright. There's another cushion. That looks, well, no, another grommet here. Be kind of easy to miss something, so look really closely all the way around. Make sure there's not, see, here's something here. I need to move the flex cable for the volume buttons over. They do not come on the new screen. Let's see if there's anything else. I think that's it. So I'm going to want to heat that up. That was easy. Alright, again my fingers did touch that, so I'm going to clean those copper points there. Now I'm pretty sure we've gotten everything. We'll go over it one last time. Alright, so the last thing is you do want to move the sticker with the model number and everything over. That has important information that may be needed in the future. I'm going to try and get the whole black sticker with it as well. Looks like two pieces. I'll get the black thing first. This one's really delicate. It tears really easy. That sucks. I might not move this over. Yeah, screw it. It's too delicate. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm sure it's not important. Now this is important though. You do always want to move over the sticker with the model number. Okay, I believe that's it. This still has a good LCD, so I might be able to sell that or take it apart and refurbish it, or someone that refurbishes screens may want it. So I'm going to hold on to that. And we're going to go with putting the camera back. Well, let's do that after we put the logic board back in there. Kind of clicks into place. There's a couple of little areas that kind of hold it in there. Let's plug the selfie cam back in. Put the back camera back into place. Plug that in. Don't want to touch the lens. Now we can plug the LCD back in. I believe that's the LCD and the digitizer. Put the SIM card back. T-Mobile phone. I can see a bent prong right there. It needs to match that one, so I'm going to bend that back. My tool, when I was opening it, you got to be careful. That's an example of, you know, not being careful. My tool, when I was prying it open, hit this. So it'll stay, it'll be okay. I just need to bend it back into shape like that. And that's good to go. Now I need to figure out where this came from. Actually, here's where it goes. Now I want to put this thing back where it goes. Those two holes go over the copper prongs right there. Kind of helps hold that in place. Now sometimes it's best to start with the bottom end first, where the charge port is. Put that in and then snap it in towards the top. There we go. So now let's put all these screws back in, and I can tell where they go by where they are on the magnet. Again, it's not all that important on this model. These appear to be all the same length. But iPhones, you have to do that. You have to track every screw and where it came from. It's important, very important. You mess the phone up big time if you don't. go, booting up. Let's put the back on it. There you go. That's how you fix an LG Aristo screen digitizer and LCD replacement. Thanks for watching.